Fortnite Mr. Beast skin was revealed in the Chapter 4 cinematic after the Fracture Live event, but upon logging on once downtime lifted, was nowhere to be seen in the Battle Pass. Despite us having 14 pages now and Jenna finally arriving for one of those 14 instead of the 10-page system that we previously got that got revamped, with it taking the average player quite some time to unlock the ageless and the selectable style for him, you'll be glad in today's video we're going to be covering a bunch of free rewards available now or upcoming in the very near future, including the most amount of free skins we see all year in the new Winterfest event for 2022. And despite us revealing how you unlock the Mr. Beast skin, speaking of Beast, it looks like these beloved ones may never be returning. Charlie the Charcoal Pug, however, is kinda sad about the fact that 70% of you aren't subscribed, so get clicking. And also, what would make me happy when going to purchase the Battle Pass yourself today, take 2 seconds to enter code FM1, literally one of the shortest and easiest codes to enter. But with that said, now enough time's been wasted, let's welcome you guys to Winterfest 2022, so make sure of course you don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
I'm not, I'm sitting on my
Don't
back.
go anywhere.
Diving straight into it, first of all, I just want to apologise. I have been sick, so I haven't uploaded for a few days. I don't know if you can tell by my voice right now if it's changed or not, or is any different than usual. Regardless though, the grind continues, and as you guys can see on screen right now, 23.10 being the first of 4 downtime updates since the release of this new season or chapter, is on the staging servers, meaning it's releasing early next week, as data miners have also been able to determine is most likely Tuesday. Of course, with this being so close to Christmas, Tuesday the 13th, this will be bringing version 23.10 Everything Winterfest, which we're going to be covering in a second. However, first of all, there's a ton of free rewards you need to know about right now that literally everybody can claim, which honestly blows my mind with the start of a new season how much there are. This first one is actually to do with the start of the chapter, which many people won't be talking about now or did at all, from entering this code on screen right now on the Epic Games Redeem website. Literally everybody can redeem this, it's not a one-time code enter to redeem one cosmetic on one person's account. Upon logging onto Chapter 4, whether it's the first time, which also should have given you the brand new Chapter 4 Island or themed music pack already, whether or not you see it in reward screen form or not, because sometimes the loading screens don't appear here, you will have in the loading screen section this refracted light loading screen, with Donald Mustard teasing locations of Fortnite in his Twitter bio, with it now stating reality unknown. Of course, this loading screen nicely depicts, well, this unknown reality, which is obviously forged from the 0 point pulling in different pieces of terrain that we saw in the cinematic. However, another loading screen that everybody should be able to get very easily with the new addition of the perk or augment system is from completing the augment tutorial quest in-game to unlock, well, the Fracture loading screen. This of course is a forever reminder of the event that we sort of expected to be involved in more so than just cinematics happening, but either way, from a cinematic standpoint, Fortnite never failed to amaze me. Whilst we're on the topic of quests, despite the Explorer ones that you can see right here initially showed this free reward, which obviously being a sticker isn't really incentivizing us to grind them. Don't let this fool you, as FireMonkey stated on screen right now. All of these quests not only what we have to do in chronological order, but as you can see, it unlocks a harvesting tool, which comes along with supposedly one of the free Winterfest skins or completes the set, which we're going to be later revealing and covering what that will look like. Something kind of different before we continue with the Battle Royale free rewards. However, I don't know how many of you play Save the World, but now until December 11th at 7 PM, if you complete Wave 20 in Frostnite, Merry Melee and Save the World, you will unlock this banner. And speaking of Frostnite and Save the World, but us having longer to actually get these 4 free rewards from completing different quests under it, we will supposedly get a really cool looking loading screen and music pack to complement that loading screen, but then also 2 cool looking banners. This one being one that I think I'd rock forever if I personally had it. Whilst we're on the topic of January end dates too, don't forget that the Refer a Friend program is literally ending January 10th, allowing us to get this skin being Xander, which comes along with a full set. Obviously the other cosmetics, the smaller ones despite the skin, are what we unlock first, and finally the skin for completing all of the Refer a Friend challenges. It kinda sucks that this is temporarily down the Refer a Friend program, but I'm hoping Epic Games fix this before the end date on January 10th, unless they've entirely forgotten about it with the release of a new chapter. Something they haven't forgotten about and never have any season anyways, however, in Battle Royale is the Victory Royale umbrella, which complements the Ageless, or Geno should I say, which was confirmed to be Geno not only by what we know of him in prior loading screens matching up with the skin survey concepts that we initially saw of him early, also revealing this is just a snapshot of Geno and there's other forms of him to come perhaps in future battle passes or in the item shop, but also an Epic employee when Chapter 4 started, as you can see, called Craig Looney, basically tweeted out Geno. Honestly, this is my favourite tier 100 or max battle pass skin of all time. Let me know what yours is down below in the comments, I'm really curious to see. And speaking of other things that complement the Ageless or Geno outfit that we currently have in-game for Chapter 4 Season 1, from taking a look at your quest tab with literally the Ageless at the side of this in the Earthbound quests, from completing them all you will get this particular spray, which obviously goes along again with everything to do with Geno, as it basically shows off his mask and then 2 of his crossed harvesting tool swords. Just before we move on to the free Winterfest rewards, however, and skins that are going to be coming, a free skin that you guys all need to get right now, as this literally ends in terms of its availability at January 1st 2023 12 AM AM. If you haven't already gotten the Chrome Punk skin from getting firstly the loading screen, then the back bling for stage 2, and finally the skin for getting at least 50 account levels within the time frame. I know I've been sleeping on this, as you can see I don't have it yet, but I'm kind of close. Well, I have until January 1st like everybody else to actually unlock this full set, which honestly I really do want. Even if it is to come back to the item shop at some point, considering it's themed around Fortnite Mares or the Halloween period. Anyways, it won't be coming until Fortnite Mares 2023 within there. One final thing before we go into everything Winterfest and ultimately interesting things about Chapter 4 since it started, with this being one of the biggest events of the year starting just after its launch. In terms of the free rewards within a battle pass, believe it or not, every single battle pass is around 30% free. How we could tell previously what the free rewards were on this page system were down the left hand side, all 3 on 10 pages, for a total of 30 free rewards out of 100 we could get in the battle pass as a whole. The same applies this season despite us having 14 pages however, but in terms of actually identifying the free rewards before we go to buy or progress through any levels, this is the only time we can see the different colours of the backgrounds of the rewards, the grey ones being, well, the free rewards themselves. As you guys know, I bought all the 100 levels for content purposes and to show you guys this really cool looking skin with cinematic shots on the first day. It took me a while to put this list together, so here are all the 30 free rewards on screen right now. Feel free to pause the video to look at these and evaluate whether it's worth grinding all the way to level 100 until, especially if you don't have the paid version of the battle pass, whether you bought it yourself or got it gifted by another player or friend. Buying the battle pass however may not be a problem soon for many, as Epic Games are introducing of course Winterfest with the start of 23.10. If we rewind to last year when Chapter 3 launched, and obviously they introduced Winterfest just after in the first update with presents and free skins and rewards or cosmetics included, this not only brought Fortnite to all new heights in terms of its popularity and hype, but so much so that they recognise they need to do the same this year if not every year with their brand new chapter releasing. Chapter 3 launch trailer and Winterfest 2021 trailer got the same amount of views, meaning literally everybody was looking forward to both just as much. And with it being confirmed from data miners, Winterfest is returning, considering this image of the cabin got leaked with not only 2 skins on the sofa that are item shop related, but one of the 3 skins on the floor that nobody seemed to notice as he's laid down, a kind of woolly mammoth version of Guff surrounding the Christmas period, or to complement it anyways, kinda like one of the 3 skins or the first female one we saw in the first Winterfest Presents event called Woolly Warrior. Instead, however, it's just a revamp of Guff, which makes me also wonder, are we going to be seeing the Guffmas, or should I say Guff Christmas tree, inside the item shop, as this now confirms it's not going to be one of the free skins? The Winterfest cabin, or kind of tab, never changes. We have a brand new tab on our menu section at the very top introduced, meaning we can go to the cabin. Then there's 2 sides of presents, of which we can open one new one on your account every single day that progresses. It's vital in this situation you pick a side initially and then open all the presents on that particular one, as then you can open the bigger one for one of the free skins earlier than expected. For instance, last year we got Crisabella and also the Polar Peely skin, which obviously could be unlocked early. Only Crisabella though from opening all the presents on the left hand side first. And despite no presents involving V-Bucks back then, considering Fortnite are innovating every single year, it's nevertheless to say they could be introducing them this year looking like this potentially. Even if it is just a small amount of V-Bucks, I know a lot of you are kind of close or saving up to what you want next, whether it's buying the paid battle pass or that skin that you want rotating throughout the item shop. Hopefully we can see something like 1,000 V-Bucks in one of the presents though, that would be really insane. Either way, as for the other free skin, despite us not seeing this one on the left hand side right here from looking at the picture sat next to Jones, as this version of Jones is already an item shop skin we've previously seen from taking a look into the game's coding, another winter skin that's already included within there that has another reward that's already free that we could earn through the quest is Winter Sky. Upon opening the present, despite us not knowing what it looks like right now, here's what that looks like in reward screen form for our second of 3 potential free skins. Despite this being a reminder that yes, Winterfest does come along with quests that we can earn free rewards in too, something else that also includes a free skin for simply just logging on is usually the PC version of the item shop having something that costs either $0 or V-Bucks. For instance, well, this last year being Blizzabelle. Blizzabelle was obviously a kind of bluish version of Crisabella, which technically could have been a selectable style to the skin, but obviously was just made into a whole new skin in and of itself. As Guff has a brand new revamped Mammoth version this year, could that mean, as he's one of the present free skins, that we could be seeing the Guff Christmas tree version as 0 V-Bucks or dollars within the item shop? The only thing you would need to then claim this for everybody is a PC or a mobile device that has Nvidia GeForce Now, so you can launch Fortnite through mobile on that, and it would simply be there to claim for $0 or currency of whatever within the item shop when you look there. Whether or not they do introduce a third free skin like that within Winterfest for 2022 just like they did last year, it's unconfirmed, unlike literally these 3 free rewards right now on screen that accidentally got leaked alongside our first look as previously shown at the Winterfest cabin. As you can see, this first one is a contrail, which obviously complements the Christmas theme, then moving on to also what looks like the same thing used on the contrail has been put into a form of a glider, which honestly I think this is kind of unique in terms of the ones we've seen previously. And then last but not least, out of what's been leaked anyways, this traversal emote of what seems to be a kind of rocking horse Christmas themed llama. Don't forget, as mentioned at the start of the video, despite Hulk already coming to the item shop shown in the cinematic trailer for Chapter 4, Mr. Beast furthermore was revealed as an Icon Series skin upcoming, even in as early as December according to Fortnite's Twitter, tweeting out a trailer full of other collaborations and showing Mr. Beast's logo. Despite them stating all of these would rotate throughout December, of course Mr. Beast, I'm guessing, will be revealing this personally on his gaming channel, or even doing a video on his main about him being now the guy in Fortnite. How cool would that be? And considering he's basically known for giving away millions of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands, it wouldn't surprise me if he struck a deal with Epic Games to simply give his skin out for free this Christmas, because he's known as that guy who literally gives things away instead of charging people to buy things surrounding him. As he's not one of the Winterfest presents, however, he's either going to be involved in some quest that we can actually unlock him through when the Winterfest update goes live, perhaps even involved as the main protagonist or character skin in the Winterfest 2022 trailer, just like how the version of Tom Holland's Spider-Man was with MJ last year, which again got 20 million views just like the Chapter 3 launch trailer. And even if this is the case, he also still could be coming to the item shop, whether it is a free skin, just like again we saw with Blizzabelle, if that isn't the case of the Guff Christmas tree being that this season, or in the very worst case scenario, but obviously cool considering we are getting a Mr. Beast skin, just, well, costing V-Bucks. A worst case scenario we all never anticipated, however, for our beloved Beast that we all expected to see upon the launch of Chapter 4, considering so many files were updated to not only do with eliminating them dropping loot, a tremendous amount of meat, but also doing a Colombo dance when we actually dance near them, if that didn't already give it away in itself. Colombos were expected to be returning, despite them hibernating after supposedly being vaulted in Chapter 3 Season 1 shortly after they got introduced initially, in these kind of snow mound things, or kind of biome mounds that they seem to bury themselves under and breathe out of. Although we have similar structures like this season, they're only igloos with nothing to be found inside other than loot. No creatures, beasts, or cute things, whether it is a Colombo or baby version of them. I definitely do believe they are going to be added back at some point, but Epic Games are definitely working on them kind of intensely, or a lot, as they've been completely removed from the files in version 23.00, being the Chapter 4 Season 1 update, perhaps meaning, just like First Person, which is set to release, well, at the start of this chapter it's coming in Season 2, just like Zero Build came in Season 2 of Chapter 3, which ultimately gives the season on March 10th when it does release after Chapter 4 Season 1 ends that much more hype or longevity of this new chapter. Like the videos if you want Colombos to return for Christmas, and make sure you subscribe to the channel with all notifications turned on so that you don't miss any future uploads. In terms of where you go to now, make sure to click this video I picked out for you specifically on screen, but most importantly, hopefully I can catch you in that very next video I do post on the channel.